Sinners had me stunned. I saw Sinners. I saw it on Sunday. Um, Not what I expected. Way more gory than I thought it would be. I got a little bit overwhelmed, but and I like horror stuff. I just don't like gore. You know what I mean? At first, that one like had me stunned. Sinners had me stunned. At first, because I feel like there were certain scenes where I felt like I was catching on. But while I was watching, I was like, maybe this one's just not gonna be as deep as I think. Because you know how deep I like to get. And I was just like, maybe it's not clicking right now. But I feel like there could be something there, but it's not coming to me just yet, right? And so I saw it and it was wonderful. It was well done, masterfully done. And it was ethereal and ancestral in like the best way, in a way I did not expect, for real. I don't know what I expected. I think I saw the trailer once in like January. And then I saw people talking about it on TikTok and I was like, yeah, I think I need to go see it. And I'm glad I did. I literally saw it. I went to bed. I woke up. Well, I saw it and then I saw it in the morning because I was not about to walk outside in the dark after that scary movie. But I saw it. I went to sleep that night. I woke up and I was still thinking about it. I was like, what is the messaging that I'm missing? Because I feel like I could see a lot of different layers. But I was kind of looking for the cohesive one that strings all of them together, you know? And I just couldn't crack it at first. I was like, it's probably one I had to see more than once. Then I took a walk the morning after and I think I got it. I think I cracked it. You'll let me know what you think. I'm going to tell you what I have right now. Okay? Give me the inside scoop. I'll tell you what I have right now because I'll probably turn this into a movies with a message episode. Hang on. I wrote it down. I wrote some things down. Okay. To me, Sinners is about autonomy. That's the word that came to my mind when I was on the walk. I was like, this is about breaches in your autonomy. This movie is a horror movie, but it's not just that. It's ancestral, it's systemic, and it's historical, okay? This movie talks about breaches in autonomy, specifically in the Black community. And it is a root wound that Black people have been dealing with since the very beginning. Basically, this movie, what either Ryan Coogler was trying to say or whether it just is coming through him, is basically how you break down the autonomy, not just of a community, but of personal autonomy, of sovereignty. Because as a Black person, our ancestors fought not just for freedom, but for the right to say no, for their sovereignty. Okay, I'm not going to spoil it. The rest of it has spoilers, I think. But I'm going to leave that there. I might put my thought flow on Patreon if you're interested in it. But I feel like if I give up any of my other notes, it'll be spoilers for the movie. And you should go see the movie because it's a good movie. But it's about autonomy. It's about how our autonomy has been worn down over time. And the vampires are the biggest parts. Because if you watch the movie or just like know vampire lore, vampires have to be invited in. If you haven't gone to see it and you can like do movies with a little bit of gore, definitely go see it. Like, I'm not that really into gory movies. I can do a little bit of horror movies, you know. This one was good. It was funny. It had great characters, good comedic timing, and the way it's done is so technically beautiful, like Michael B. Jordan playing two people. And his ability to separate one from the other to the point where you're like, these are two different characters. It felt real. It felt like he was two different people. Especially the scene. There's a scene in there that's like highly talked about at the beginning of the movie. This doesn't spoil anything, I promise. But there's a scene that's talked about a lot right now at the beginning of the movie where Michael B. Jordan passes himself a cigarette. Like, it looks like he is handing it to him. They're standing side by side. And literally, if I could just see the ins and outs of how that was made, my life would be complete, because that was so impressive. I'm so impressed. It was a good movie. It had so many roots. It seemed it did so many things differently, non-traditionally. The camera work was great. I don't know. I liked it, and I think that's why it caught me off guard, because I was like, okay, it's about to be a little scary, a little scary horror movie. But then when I like looked it up, it was listed as a drama, and so that kind of threw me for a loop. Yeah, but otherwise, it was good. Like, the plot was good. You know, sometimes you start watching a horror movie or like an action movie, and they kind of lose the plot. Like, they lose the plot in exchange for all the like technical, dramatic fight scenes and stuff like that. Like, you just see people fighting, and you're like, what is the motivation for this? What's going on? So I watched a movie like that not that long ago. I also got an early screening of this movie that comes out May 9th, Fight or Flight. And I watched that last night. That was something. It was actually funny. It was comedic. That you want to talk about gore, that one was gory. I felt like I had to keep looking away from the screen. And I remember when I watched the trailer, I had like a trailer reaction on TikTok. I was kind of confused. I was like, I'm not sure what's going on in this movie, but maybe that's the point. And let me tell you, it absolutely was the point. The trailer makes you feel confused as to what's going on and what the motivation is, because I feel like it kind of puts you in the main character's shoes. And that I liked. That was awesome. Because I was watching it, and I was watching it and I was just like, okay, well, I feel like I'm going in blind. But it was because the main character was going in blind. Try not to spoil it. It was good. However, I do feel like we lost some of the plot in exchange for the fight scenes. So if you're into fight scenes a lot, this might be up your alley. It was good for an action movie. Our girl, what's her name? From Bridgerton? Not Kate. What's her name? The younger one. She was the diamond from the season where Anthony and Kate got together. Edwina. Our girl Edwina was in there from Bridgerton season 2. She was in there. And it was good because it was like comedic, actiony. It was gory. I could have did without the gore, but it was good overall. Those are the movies I've seen recently. I don't know if there's anything else good out. I love the movies. I love going to the movies. My plan for the rest of today is to, one, probably record this Patreon video where I'm gonna give my thoughts on Sinners before I see it again and before I make the whole like movies with the message episode. But yeah, on Patreon, I think I'm just gonna like go into what I have now and my thought process and how I'm piecing it together. Then work my way through that when I can see Sinners again. Because otherwise I'm just going off memory, and that is one of those movies where you need it all. Yeah, I'll check in with you later. Bye.